Hello guys and welcome to this video. In this video I want to show you how I boost in SFK Keep and how I managed to earn a decent amount of gold in SoD by boosting here in SFK. Quick gear tour. As you can see, I'm pretty much beefed up from BFD. I got my Phoenix Pant, Phoenix gloves as well. I use this belt because it's 8 stam, it's pretty useful. And I do Living Flame, Living Bomb and Generation. As buffs, I have my boon, some druid buff just randomly, but the only thing you basically need is your arcane intellect and your frost armor. You can get a firepower as well, the elixir of firepower, because most of your damage comes from living bomb. And I got my food buff with 8 stam as well, but you don't need that. So I think we should just jump straight into the pulls, and we can talk a little bit more about what you can expect, gold per hour, and so on. So my talents are like so, and it's only because I use these talents when I'm in BFD, so I don't have to use a lot of gold changing talents, but you can play arcane as well if you want to, but this one works perfectly. The ignite is pretty good because you do a lot of living bombs. So first pull here, you just wanna bomb these two, bomb this, and you can blink onto the stairs. And you can bomb this one and heal yourself with living flame. And if you did some AoE farming with mage already, you probably know the idea behind this. But just let the living flame do the job and finish home with bombs and a kill explosion. So I take 2 gold on peak hours. I can take 3 gold each run, and otherwise in the morning and in the early afternoon, etc. I take 2 gold for each booster. And I take 5 extra gold for the ring, the strength ring, and for the shield and for the axe. So this axe, the ring, and the shield. I take 5 extra gold because I have to use like 2 minutes to clear the area, so the boosters can go get their item. So of course I charge a little extra for that. And that means you can do this with some level 25s as well if you want to. So next pull here, I want a generation before I go in, and we do 1, we do 3, 2, and we do 3 bombs. We bomb boss, and we living flame. I like to open the gate here, just so I can line of sight behind this. This boss, he will do a cast that will immobilize you. Sometimes it can be this one, Soul Drain. I'll just let it go through, never mind, resist it. Sometimes this is very annoying just as you get down here, because you have to position all the mobs in the living flame, so just be aware of that. You get between 3 to 4 gold for all the vendor items combined, and usually I disenchant all the greens. So all the greens that doesn't sell for that much, I just disenchant it to free up some backspace and pull all the mats here in the bottom. So I did this for 1 hour with the same group. They paid 2 gold per run, and 1 run will contain 60 mobs, and it will take about 15 minutes or so. That means you can do 4 runs an hour, and they can expect between, I would say, 5 to 6k experience each run. That means 25, maybe 25k an hour, which is pretty decent. And you can boost in SFK Keep all the way to level 25, and there's a lot of competition in the RC, on the hot side of course, in the RC boosts. So yeah, I found out it's pretty fun and it's pretty easy to do SFK Keep, so that's why I'm doing this. This pull, I go into this corner and reset the mobs up there. I do this because the walk-ins, they do anti-magic shield, as you see right here, and it's basically impossible to kill the walk-ins when they do constantly cast of anti-magic shields. I tried once or twice to kill all of them, but it took so long time, so I prefer just to skip them. So this pull, you have to take care of Razorclaw the Butcher, this boss, because he drains 20% of your max mana every time he basic attacks you. So you want to jump into this little platform here and pull as much as you can and go down, and you just heal again. with Living Flame, Generation. Just don't let the boss get close to you, because he will drain all your mana. So you just take advantage of this spot and you keep resetting the boss. As you can see, my mana already went down a lot. But be quick to do some living bombs, so before all your mana is drained. While you're doing this, you can do some wanding in between. Maybe you can do a cane explosion, but I prefer just to let the bombs do the job. As you can see here, sometimes you pull this patrol, and depends on how much time you use in the beginning, trading gold and maybe finding the last person or something to the boost, it can come in on a very bad timing. And if it comes on a very bad timing, I would just polymorph it, and after polymorph I will go into I'll clear the rest of the mobs, and then I would go into the reset spot again, just in the corner. I'll go to the reset spot, and then I would evocation and I would heal myself, and then I would just bring this to the next pull. So if this happens to you, now you know how to deal with it. You can make these runs a bit quicker. Like you see here, if the Butcher Cleaver drop, you can just don't loot it, and just tell him that after the run we go loot it together, and then you do the run out there again, and he just goes to the same spot as you do. If you want to make the pulse a bit faster, or the clear a bit faster, you can bring maybe Darkmoon Fair buff. Maybe you can buy some better mage food, because this water is only 800 mana. So, but I just prefer to be that I can be here for hours basically without going back or anything. So sometimes I've set my Hearthstone to Thunderbluff, so I'll go to Thunderbluff and I'll get a new boon buff whenever this runs out, and I can vendor and put cloth etc on auction house. Let's do the next pull here. So here we just want to pull these 5 mobs. Just let's bomb everything and jump up on our spot here again. Do Living Flame. This one you can basically just tank it. You will get this curse that reduces your healing by 75%. Remember to decurse this, otherwise you won't be able to face tank, as I do right now. So just keep bombs and let Living Flame do the job. And we're in fire spec, so we can do a bit of scorches here. You can, if you want to, you can chuck a mana pot. You will loot a decent amount of these mana pots and some healing pots as well by doing this, so don't be afraid of using them. For the purpose of this video, I don't want to use it. So this, good looks for the ring, no ring. Right, when you kill this boss, a patrol will spawn. Maybe you can see it just through here. Let me sit here. When you kill a boss, the patrol will spawn, and whenever the patrol is like close to the door here, you have to move basically to time your next pull perfectly. So, but if you just drink straight away, it would be no problem. Just be careful that you don't accidentally pull it. You see, there it comes. But we're drinking, so everything should be good. You can expect to get some BOE drops in here as well. Especially the bracers here, I got it once. It sells for 50 gold, at least on my server. And you can get all the Fury or the Fire gear. And the Fire gear sells for a decent amount as well, especially the cloak. So this pull, we just want to pull just a little here. And we just blast it down. We can basically face tank it, but you have to be careful that these guards, the mobs in the next room, they can silence you for 4 seconds, which is pretty annoying. So, and these are of course, I cannot use my wand here because it's shadow damage, but it's not. Alright. And we just look, while drinking, we look for BOEs, if I got anything good. Order our bags and stuff. So right now I can just use my Evo just to make things go a little bit faster. Right, so this next pull is where you want to use your epic boots and your berserking if you're a troll. You really want to, this is the hardest pull by far, so you're gonna just face pull everything here and Nova, and you try to target this guy behind the pillar. It's kind of hard to target him sometimes, but pull this room and then you blink through again, and we just slowly putting bombs on everything, even the dog if you have to. And I just tap target. And why you wanna burst this is because they do this Shadow Word Pain on you, and it really hurts. So that's why you wanna pop everything. Now I don't got that much mana. I'll just chuck a mana pop. We'll just burst this down. Living Flame runs out, so we have to be a little careful. I could play this pull a lot better, but yeah, well, it will do. I'll just face tank a little, just to make everything stacked up perfectly. And if you want to, you can wand in between. But as you see here, the Shadow Word Pain can be pretty dangerous, so take care while doing this pull. And we can just use our Living Flame because we have to drink anyway, so there we go. So for BOEs, you can get the, as I said, the bracer, which sells for 50 gold. You can get some nice leather chest with 11 Aggie, and you can get the fire gear, which sells for plus 10 gold every time. You can get some rings, get some shoulders as well, with Aggie and strength, sells for pretty much. So just pay attention to that. You'll get a decent amount of cloth as well while doing these, so that's pretty nice as well. Wool cloth is not that expensive anymore, but silk cloth is, and the next mobs here, they drop silk cloth. So that's pretty nice. Got a scroll as well. Just use whatever you loot in here. Okay, so the next pull here, it's really very important that you do Living Flame at the beginning, because as I said, these mobs they can silence, which means that you have to wand to, like now I'm silenced, so I have to wand pulling, and we just take a chill and go back. Whenever I'm not silenced anymore, I can blink. And you don't have to pull the boss, because the boss is a pain to kill, but yeah, again, for purpose of this video, I want to kill him, but he takes an extra minute or two killing because he bubbles and it's just annoying. So as you see there, he can do the shield, the stun as well. So if don't let him get close, because he will stun you. Yeah, he's just a pain to deal with, basically. So as you see now, I'll just wait for my Living Flame. It will do the job. So we heal, do Living Flame, and let the Living Flame go all the way to the barrel, and then back again. Because then the mobs will run into the Living Flame constantly. Kick the heals, it's about 400. He heal about 400 every time. And we can do a little Arcane Explosion if you want to. The boss can only stun you once, so if you got stunned already, you're good. Sometimes I just tease the stun when I'm pulling the patrol or the pack here. When I'm pulling, I just tease the stun because I know I'm in Living Flame, so I'll be good. But yeah, usually it's not a big of a problem. Just don't let him get close. So this is why he's a pain to deal with, because of the bubble and the heals, and your counter spell. It's on 30-second cooldown, so yeah, you won't have counterspell for all heals. But it's worth doing because it's, as I said, 400 health. At least I can do my wand here. And let's just do a new living flame. He's done again, okay. Maybe it's because it took so long time. Usually I don't only get one stun. That's the shield. That's a large glimmering, so I just disenchant that. And as I said before, if someone wants the shield, maybe a shaman, maybe a warrior, you just take him here basically. Just tell him to follow you and go inside the corner again to reset. Right. You can decurse this as well. The haunted. Just ghost will just spawn on you and they basically do nothing. So again we kill the boss, which means a patrol will spawn. The patrol is right here. If you're a gamer, you can blink through it. Not like me. But you can blink through it without it echoing you. So in this pool as well, there's a lot of guys silencing you. So what you want to do is living flame early. So as you see here, I already do my living flame now because I can be very unlucky that the silence just comes immediately. So as you see, I just refresh my bombs, no panic, I know I got my living flame, and then we just go down again. And yes, maybe I could face tank it, but the thing is, if you get silence locked, you're just dead. So maybe you can face tank. I did it a few times, but I just prefer running down here while the bombs are doing the job. So it's no problem basically for me. You just run around here with it. And as you see, everything is good. There we go. Alright, so 16 minutes, 67 mobs. I usually do it's like 62 or 63 mobs every time, and it's about 6k experience, as I said. This chest is nice as well. You can loot this for there's a bigger chance of BOEs in these, as I understand. So these are good as well. And I got my macros here, of course. Looking for more Shadowfang Keep. It's just like this. Boosting Shadowfang Keep, 17 to 25, 25 to 30k XP an hour, full AFK. Axe Ring, 5 gold extra on drop. And people will just whisper me, of course. And as you see, there's no price on here. I don't say 2 gold per run because sometimes it's 3 and sometimes 2.5. Depends on how we're feeling. Let's get. It's a pretty bad one, but usually there's a BOE in there. Not a blue one, but just a green BOE is fine. So remember to loot the chest if it's up. Alright guys, that's it for this video. Hope you could use it for something. I couldn't find any very useful video on YouTube with the explainer, so I thought I would do it myself. If you found a way to clear the walk-ins here, please let me know. I really want to see the pull, because for me it just took too long time. It's not worth it. So stay safe out there, and good luck in Shadowfang.